Maya Wilson stood at the towering gates of Jefferson High, gripping the straps of her backpack as if they were her last lifeline. Her heart pounded against her ribs, but she refused to let it show. A new school, a fresh start, that's what her mother had called it. But Maya knew better. She had been through this routine before. Different buildings, different faces, but always the same unspoken whispers, the same sidelong glances, the same silent judgment that clung to her like a shadow. Taking a slow, deep breath, she squared her shoulders, lifted her chin, and stepped forward. The moment she entered the bustling hallways, she felt the weight of curious stares pressing against her, invisible but undeniable. The unspoken questions hung in the air. Who is she? Where did she come from? Does she belong here? Maya had learned to carry herself with confidence, though that didn't mean it was always easy. She was tall, with rich brown skin and striking, determined eyes that had seen too much for her age. She knew how to walk like she was unbothered, how to meet stares without flinching. But inside, she felt the familiar churn of uncertainty. As she reached her locker, a sudden voice sliced through the noise. Well. Who do we have here? Maya turned slowly, already sensing trouble before she even saw him. Standing in front of her was a broad-shouldered boy with an arrogant smirk stretched across his face. His name was Derek. She had already heard murmurs about him in the hallways. Jefferson High's resident nightmare. The kind of guy who thrived on making others feel small. She met his gaze, steady and unshaken. "I'm Maya," she said, her voice even, unwavering. Derek's smirk widened. "Maya, huh? You new around here?" She gave a short nod, already knowing where this was headed. "Well then, let me give you a proper welcome," he drawled, stepping closer. His friends chuckled behind him, their laughter sharp and expectant. Maya's pulse quickened, but she didn't move. She had dealt with bullies before, she understood their game. But Derek was different. There was something in his eyes, something deeper beneath the bravado. Before she could say anything, he suddenly reached out and shoved her shoulder. Not hard enough to knock her over, but just enough to send a message. A few gasps rippled through the crowd. Maya didn't react the way he expected. She didn't step back. She didn't flinch. She didn't lash out. Instead, she held his gaze, took a deep breath, and then she smiled. Not a smile of fear, not one of mockery, but a smile of something else entirely. Understanding. Derek's smirk faltered. His body stiffened as confusion flickered in his eyes. No one had ever reacted to him like that. People either shrank away or fought back. But this girl, she was different. "You don't have to do this," Maya said quietly. Derek blinked. "What?" "You don't have to push people around just to be seen." The hallway grew eerily silent. Derek's friends exchanged uneasy glances. He scoffed, masking his surprise with a short laugh. "What are you even talking about?" Maya tilted her head slightly, studying him. "I know what it feels like. To be invisible. To feel like the only way people will notice you is if you make them afraid." Something flashed across Derek's face, so quick that most wouldn't have caught it. But Maya did. His jaw tightened. His fists clenched at his sides, as if her words had struck somewhere deep. "You don't know anything about me," he muttered. "Maybe not," she admitted. "But I know pain when I see it." For the first time, Derek's mask cracked. But just as quickly as it happened, he buried it, forcing a smirk back onto his face. "Whatever," he muttered, turning away. "You're lucky I'm in a good mood today." The crowd began to break apart, but Maya knew something had changed. A shift, small but significant. Days passed. Derek didn't bother Maya again, but she noticed him watching her. Not in a menacing way, but as if trying to figure something out. She saw the way he tensed when teachers called on him, the way he hesitated before heading home after school, the way his hands sometimes curled into fists when he thought no one was looking. Then one afternoon, as she walked past the gym, she heard raised voices. Curious, she stepped closer. Derek stood inches away from a smaller boy. his face red with barely contained anger. "You think you can just say that to me?" he growled. The boy shrank back. Maya didn't hesitate. "Derek!" He stiffened, turning sharply. "Stay out of this." But she didn't. She stepped between them, looking up at him. "You're better than this." His eyes darkened. "You don't know what you're talking about." Maya hesitated, then voiced the question that had been forming in her mind for days. "Who hurt you, Derek?" His entire body went rigid. For a moment, it looked like he might shove past her, but then his face paled, just for a second. "Nobody," he said through clenched teeth. "Mind your own business." Maya held his gaze. "Someone hurt you. And now you're trying to pass that pain on to other people." Derek looked away. "You don't get it," he muttered, voice strained. "You've got your life together. You don't know what it's like to feel." He cut himself off, swallowing hard. "To feel alone," she finished softly. Derek's breathing was uneven. He turned away, hands clenched at his sides. For a long moment, silence stretched between them. Then, so quietly Maya almost didn't hear it, he whispered, "My dad." Maya's chest tightened. "He drinks," Derek admitted. "And when he's angry, it's bad." She exhaled. She knew that kind of pain. Not firsthand, but she had seen it. "You don't have to be like him," she said gently. Derek's eyes were glassy. "I don't know how to be anything else." Maya reached out, resting a hand on his arm. "You start by making a different choice. Right now." Derek met her gaze, and for the first time in years, something shifted inside him. A single tear escaped, though he wiped it away quickly. But the moment had already changed everything. From that day forward, Derek was different. The change wasn't instant, but it was real. He stopped pushing people around, stopped picking fights. Slowly he started talking to Maya first, then to others. She encouraged him to join the boxing team, giving him an outlet for his anger. She helped him open up to a teacher about his home life. And when Derek finally found the courage to confront his father, with the support of his mother and a counselor, he realized something. He had a choice. He didn't have to be his father. He could be better. Months later, as Maya walked through the halls, she spotted Derek laughing with a group of friends. Not his old crowd, new ones. People who saw the good in him. He caught her eye and gave her a small, grateful nod. "And Maya," she smiled,